Okay, Navy Old Salt Gamer back on Mimas. I've done a little bit of rearranging. I'm trying to work on my pipes a little bit. I'm going to move my furnace. I made some more space over here. Um, I don't want to bring my furnace inside. I just don't feel like doing that. I can put it on the edge maybe, but uh, maybe I'll put it in another separate room. My garden is growing. This is still working very well. I took all the, now that it's equalized, I took all the radiators off and left the pipe. It's staying pretty steady. I may have to put a radiator back on the outside there from the last video. But it's still working good. I mean, I did turn it up a little bit. It's 27 in there. And it is keeping it a little cooler in the room. So I might have to turn it back down. I did raise it to 3.6. Oh, it's 3.7, so maybe I'll turn it down to 3.6. And that should start this firing up a little bit. Yeah, see the temperature going down. So this does work. It's keeping my whole base at temperature without any problem. So lots of greenhouse stuff. Don't have Harvey's hooked up yet. I just started this for food because I'm on my last can. Well, I have one can left and 90%, so close to my last can. But I'm getting seeds, just throwing them in the corner. I did straighten this up a little bit. You think I would learn by now not to wire my base with the light wires. I hooked up the refrigerator and immediately blew a wire. So I had to go through and rewire my whole base with the heavy wire. That was stupid. Someday you learn the lesson, but not yet. Now, the big thing I'm playing with right now, and it's working really well. Now, look at the bar there. I'm not producing much electricity. This is in experimental mode. But I got the temperature to hold at 47 Celsius, and that keeps it running. It's a trickle charge, basically, at this moment. But I could probably do, a few of these and do the same thing. I'm getting 121 watts out of it. It's just trickle charge, and I'm still playing with it. I have a tank, and a lot of people in this last episode told me, without watching the video, that this isn't going to work. And I'm telling you, radiators in a vacuum, it works. I don't care what anybody says. This is a physical demonstration of it. This started out, I think about 5 Celsius. And it started heating up while I was running. This is my cooling air. This is oxygen in here. I put oxygen in there because I don't have to worry about oxygen freezing until minus 200 Celsius, or even lower than that, about minus 210-ish. So, that's a safe gas to cool with. And it's been going down. But the cooling works. Argue with me all you want. It's working. I'm demonstrating it. It's working. It's staying at the same temperature while the cooling temperature I have is 42 Celsius. So this is stable. Now, like I said, it's not producing much. I'm thinking of switching. I got a one-way valve here. Basically what I have is a regulator set to 20, a back pressure regulator. So this is trying to keep this pressure to 20, and it's 95 because I have this set to 100. So basically this is forcing the air into a passive vent and out of a passive vent and back into my tank, which is still cooling down, I think. So I could probably increase the airflow. Now this runs at a minimum of 20, an air pressure of 20 kPa. I don't know what the maximum is. So maybe if I increase this to 20, or to 200. Let's try that. Now this temperature is going to drop like a brick probably. Yeah. And if it gets too cold, it'll shut down. So I have to be careful. Let me make that 150. I have to do this in steps. And again, this is all experimental. So if I get the temperature to cool, 150. Let's try that. It's still running. If I get the temperature to cool, stabled, going up a little bit now since I changed the airflow, I can increase my gas flow, which is at 0.5. It says 0, but I manually set it for 0.5. Let me take care of a couple nagging items here. And I do have this set to a mode where I can eat with my face mask on. I like building things. I don't have to fight with eating food. So it's stable at 23-ish at that rate. So what I can do is let me take this to true 0 and go to 1 and see what that does. Now the gauge, see the gauge jumped, so it's running more efficiently, but it's also producing more heat. So I'm going to have to see where that balances out. And I'm now producing 243 watts. So basically I doubled the power output. Now again, 1 is not going to keep it. I'm still losing charge. I'm using this as my main, but I wanted to see if I could run this and keep it. It goes to like 54 before it shuts down. So now may be the time to up this another 50. And I wish this would, I could label it, I guess. I do have the labeler somewhere around here, probably in the locker behind me, but it's not in my hands. Okay, so I put that to 200. So that's pushing air in at 200 kPa. And this is letting it out to 20. And again, I might switch these to maybe volume pumps. Might be a little, and I could automate the volume. Well, I could automate those too. But there we go. 29 and going down. So I just doubled my output. And still I'm being cooled. Is this still, it was 12.8, 16.8. So this is still going down. 16.9. So, like I said, I laugh at the people that said, oh, these don't work. And I'm like, did you watch the video? I don't know. It's working. And yes, this is a vacuum. So now it's starting to go up a little again. That's because and I can't measure the air in here, can I? I see some people are able to do that. I'm never able to go through glass and do things. Oh, wait. Well, that's a gas. I could see the gas fuel generator. But I can't measure the air in there. It's going up slowly. And it's like I said, I got to do some experimenting here. I suppose I could probably, I wonder what would happen. I got a one-way valve there. But I have to keep 20 kPa in there, but it should be able to do that. Let's try that. Maybe that's my limiting factor. Turn it off for a second. Let's take this off. Oops, wrong one. And let's just put a pipe here. I haven't tried this. So now I'm just cycling through 200 kPa, theoretically. probably going to crash. It's not really going down. Yeah, but see, now I'm not forcing the air through. There's nothing to force the air through, so be patient with me. Let me try a volume pump. I'll print 2 out. Let's do 2 volume pumps, and I'll set one up first to pull the air through faster and see what I can get out of this. I'd like to increase the amount I'm generating as best I can. Pump. Gas volume pump. Let's knock out 2 of those. Still getting lots of ores from my deep miners. They're keeping me, except for ingots, they're keeping me, that's 2. They're keeping me in good stock, so I hope they don't change deep miners, because I hate mining manually. I don't mind it so much ever since I've done Venus, because Venus was a nightmare. Alright, so let's put those up there. No, I don't need that. I can take off, take off 1 pipe here. Okay, put that up there. And then I gotta update my suit. I want a volume pump. And hopefully I can do it exactly the same. Is that the right direction? Yes. Did something just blow out? I think I might have just blew a glass. I did. The 200 is too much. Turn that off. I'm losing my air. Why would 200 be too much? Oh, it's overpressurized because I took the pipe off. I should have took that off or shut that first. It's alright, I got extra glass. And iron sheets. Would be a good video if there wasn't a small problem somewhere. Alright, so I don't know if you heard the whoosh, but when you hear a whoosh in a vacuum, that's not a good thing. And it doesn't look like my glass is damaged. That was dumb. Okay. So we gotta take that off. That was damaged, so it broke my iron wall. I could always put a heavier wall in here too. Like I said, all experimental. Put that back on. My iron sheet. Excuse me, iron sheets. Put them in here. Need that. Put my glass back on. How can it break the iron wall and not the glass? Okay, so the problem with that was it just kept pressurizing and not depressurizing. Matter of fact, let's go down 100 here. Look how much air I lost. I have to recharge this. Oh, I lost a lot. So I'm probably going to have to recharge that. Okay. Now I got no air in there, so let's set this. I don't know, let's start at 1. I don't know which section to do. And turn this back on at 150. What does that pressurize it to? Did that blow up more than 1 glass? I think I did. What else did I blow out? That was okay. That was okay. That one's gone. So I blew out 2 glasses. What if I just need a glass here? No? Alrighty. So let's see what I gotta replace here. Why is my mouse giving me so hard of a time today? Yeah, I broke the glass here, but I don't know. I need the angle grinder. Huh. Hard to see. looks like the glass is out. Why isn't it letting me? Do I need a wrench? Can you tell I don't work with iron walls very much? Crowbar to deconstruct. I thought that's where I was at. No, that's that one. Okay. So that wasn't broken. Something is broken here. Iron wall's fine. Okay. Place the iron wall. Replace the sheet. Replace the glass. Why wouldn't it let me do that before? That was weird. Now I'm probably almost completely out of air, unfortunately. Yeah. This is a really stupid thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I can make more oxygen over there. I got 2 things of oxygen ice. Just for the sake of the video. And my room is fully charged, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take my oxygen tank off of here. Switch it out because I don't want anything to break. And something to pressurize. Q. There we go. This one's got probably somewhere around 5 megapascals in it. So that'll give me plenty of air. Stay. Okay. Let me just make sure everything's good over here. I am gaining oxygen from all my plants. Oh, I'm still at 2. Oh, mackerel. I'll repressurize it in a hurry. And yep, 5 megapascals. So now we're good. So I got this set at 1. Vacated. Let's set this. I don't know what the pressure limit for glass sheets. I should have put something heavier on maybe. So that's pressurizing. And this is probably warm. Yeah, that's the inside temperature. So this is going to have to cool down too. The cooler this is, the better I can run this. Alright, let's see what happens. I got the feeling this is going to heat up pretty quick. Not too bad. Alright, let's set this for 2. Oop. 2. The pressure's still increasing, so maybe I can set it for 3. I'm still about to reach maximum pressure. Let's go to 4. Still going up. Maybe I need a turbo pump. Yeah. Again, got to remember this tank is warmer. It is going down from my, it doesn't work, ventilation system. Pressure's building up behind my one-way valve. I have to watch that too. I don't know if that has a limit of how much air it'll let go through. That's interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on that too. Okay, so it's about reaching the temperature where it's gonna shut off. I thought it already would have. There it goes. I think it just cycled. Yep. So, at this point, with that not cooled, I have to use the label wash for this. All I gotta do is 0.05, or no, 0.5. Confirm. And it says 0 when you look at it, but it is at 0.05. So that slowed down the gas going in, which would cool it off eventually. It's still pretty hot. The other way was working better. It's still going up too. Alright. I want to keep an eye on that. That pressure's going up. I may have to take that one-way valve off. No, that's told me enough. That one-way valve was going bye-bye. It doesn't really matter because it's cooling off the whole tank anyway. I put that on there to keep warm air from backing up into the system, but that's not going to be an issue with the volume pump there, that's for sure. Pipe. I got my hands full here. Let me drop at least one thing off. Okay. Alright, so let's turn this back on. That back on. That way I'm not restricting the airflow here. It should be equal to the pressure in the tank now. Yep, okay. Alright. Get rid of that. Now, is it running? It's still cycling. Still too hot. I don't want to go to 200 because I'll blow something again. I could put a volume pump over here maybe. I don't know if that would help. It seems to have helped. The temperature going down, at least temporarily. Look at that temperature drop. Colder that gets, the better. Until I get to, like I said, minus 200 or something like that. That's got a long way to go. Okay, so I got a stable setup again. Yep, going down slightly, so I'm back to my 0.5. I don't have this automated, by the way. Hope that's not the right one. That's the one I want. I still gotta make it. It hardly uses any fuel, so even though I'm only getting 122 watts, I'm not using hardly any fuel, and I still have plenty of coal. I don't know how far back this goes. I should turn those into windows. Alright, so stable. Not sure why I'm at 143. I got nothing pumping the air out. Oh, I do, I'm sorry. So it looks like I can keep up with that. Does that mean I can go to 160? Lots of experimentation here. Temperature's still going down. I have to look up at what pressure gas or glass pops. Has to be under 200. I could use the better glass, but that would mean, oh, not stellite. That's what I meant. I could use stellite, but I'd have to make some more stellite. Pressure limits on here. I wish this gave you more information. You know, you have to go to the wiki to get pressure. That should have all that on there. Just my opinion. Okay, I'm at 153. So I'm above my 150 mark now. Temperature stable. The problem with using a volume pump over here, this actually limits the pressure that goes in. A volume pump wouldn't unless I automated it. This is still going down. Well, you see what I'm playing with, though. I mean, it's a lot of fun to play with these things. What I'm looking at is, you know, I don't need it to be super efficient. This is not an expensive setup to duplicate, and I've got room for probably 2 more, and I could keep expanding. So if I get enough of them running, I'm hardly using any fuel. This is a tough one to measure for some reason. I'm 1.09. I mean, you know, I could probably watch it for a while and it won't go down. I'm only using 0.05 pressure. I might get braver. Is it still going up? A lot of people are saying, probably thinking I could put I'm just curious if I'm gaining or losing wattage running this right now, because I am producing 122 watts, but I've got, you know, a regulator, 2 regulators, and a volume pump. So am I doing a zero-sum game at this point? That's a good question. Pressure regulator, I got 2 of them. 100 watts. So I am losing at this point. And now as this goes down, and it still is, I can increase the flow rate in here. But I'm at max at my volume pump now, aren't I? Lots of things to consider here. Let me try and take this back to 1, see what kind of nightmarish things happen here. Now the efficiency went up, but it's running faster, so it's going to be producing more heat. And the question is, does that balance out at some point, or is that going to keep going up? And as the input pressure goes down, you know what, I'm pumping. No, it actually, this is actually matching the tank pressure minus just a tick or 2. So I was thinking maybe I was pulling in the warm air, but not really. So now I'm making 244 watts, and it's still climbing. Gotta play with it, but I think I can get this to work. where I can make a system where I'll be able to produce more than I take, which I think is what I'm doing now. I might be losing a small amount of power. And this is looking at my whole base, so if you look at it, it's not using a whole lot of power in my base. And there's things I could do. I was thinking of putting motion sensors in these rooms, and when I'm not in it, having them turn the lights off. That would save power also. Because I'm comfortable with an automated solid fuel generator. It's working well. I don't know in the long run, at some point I'm going to be using it more, and I'm going to be running short on coal. And I would take this off and see what's in here, but if there is coal backed up in there, I'd have coal flying. I did that over here. Probably a stack of ores here. Ooh, I did that over here, and it launched things into orbit. Literally. Oh, I think I saw it cycle. Yeah, it's cycling. So now it's too hot. Let's try labeler. Wonder if I can go 0.07. Now the efficiency should have gone down. Well, it's still cooling off at this point, so definitely gone down. But it is going down. It should catch up eventually here. It looks like 57 degrees is the cutoff, and it is going down now. But I'm hardly making anything now. Yeah, I did this wrong. It should be 0.7, not 0.07. Whew. 0.7. Confirm. Okay. That increased the efficiency. So I'm up a little higher than I was. And I have a stable temperature. So it went up a little. That should get counterbalanced though as this goes down. I'm below zero now. I am climbing a little bit. Right now I'm producing 171 watts, so I'm still probably using more than I'm making. Maybe increasing the airflow is the way to go. But the volume pump for the gas is at max, and it's only taking this down 10, not even 10. I've never used the better volume pump. Maybe I should give that a try. Probably uses a lot more power. Pump. Turbo pump gas. Uh-oh. I think I have electrum over here. I do. Electrum is relatively... Oh, I got to dump all my... I wish there was a way to pick which ore you wanted to dump. I'm going to automate all this too eventually, to where it automatically transfers ores as needed. Here's my electrum. Stop! Stop! I'll put them back in later. Alright. Ooh, that really... I want 2 of those, that's for sure. Power. Okay. Oh, I hear it running from inside here. It's kind of weird when you go outside and there's no noise. But it's still going up, so let's shut this down and this down, and that should automatically shut that down pretty much. But I'll turn the switch here. Okay. Now, if I can get the airflow to go better. Oh, I think I need a wrench for that, don't I? Put that full. Set that down there. That's not the wrench. Oh, of course. Thought I needed a wrench. It's the hand drill. Alright. Now, can I mount this the same way as the other one? Looks like it. Oh. One thing I have to do also is to make more bigger batteries. I'm using small batteries and they discharge so fast. I've just been doing other things, I haven't gotten to it yet. Okay, so I need that to face that way with the gauge out. Hard to see. I think that's the right way. I might have to rewind my cables a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I've got to run. No, I have to ask. Yeah, I got 4 a week. I hope that's enough. I should be better prepared when I start these videos. I think that'll be enough. I have to figure out how I'm going to hook this up, though. Okay. Well, this won't be pretty. It'll be temporary. And it's probably going to use more cables than I have now. It will. Okay, let me pause it real quick while I make a couple cables. Okay, so I am back. I got the turbo pump wired. I have it currently set for 20. I got a lot of room to improve that. So maybe I can get this temperature to stabilize. And it's going down. That's a good sign. And the pressure is still maintaining. Good. So let's back this down to 0 and pop it to 1. Alright. It's promising. Putting out more power. 244. And the pressure is good. And the temperature is good. So, is this still going down? It is. So let's up this. Does it go up by 10? Yep, let's up it to 30. The temperature's going down. I don't know how high I want to go on that. I gotta check them. I might have to go for the heavier glass, but for the purpose of this video, and I'm gonna go back to 200. I don't know why it would blow out at 200, but it might. Okay, so that's up to 200. So the key to this is, and it is going down, pressure's going up, so I can up this to 40. Oh, look at that temperature go down. Can I go to 2? $20 kilowatts. It shut off, didn't it? No. Why did that change? And the temperature is stable. Rising just slightly. It did say, oh, I wonder if it was counting the generator. It might have been. This is the input to both the generator and this, so when the generator is running, that's going to jump. So I'm making 488 watts. So let's try it. And how's this? Still going down? Okay, now I'm losing ground on my temperature. So I may have to expand that a little bit too. And I'm shoving so much air through here now. But that I can do. And now I'm operating in the red. Temperature's not too bad. So it maintains pressure really well. The problem would be if it, oh, how does this go? Let's go all the way and see what happens. Okay, at that point the pressure comes down, but the temperature, oh, the temperature dropped a little, it is dropping. But now I'm probably really spiking this, yeah. And the higher this goes, the higher this is going to go, because the starting temperature is not good. I would love to, well, not sure why this is only producing 489 and it's in the red. Is that the temperature or is that the energy being produced? It doesn't tell you what's being produced. Got that maxed. I'm going to try and go to 2. Now, I can increase the cooling on this because that is going up. So I have to take that into account. Let's go to 3. See what that does here.
Power low.
It is spiking it. I'm up to 700 watts. Probably still means I'm losing over here. Yeah, but slower. And again, I don't want to just use one. I'm going to put these in a series and see what I can do with them. So let's go down to 2 for now until I put more radiators on the, yeah, until I put more radiators on there. Okay, well, proof of concept, I guess it's the best way to word it. I'm making 400, and as long as that's not running, which I can never hear. And it isn't, but it will be shortly. So making, at this point, now it's running. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's what I want. So I'm making almost 500 watts right now. So I am gaining trickle charge. I have to add more cooling here and more radiators to bring this temperature back down. It is still going up. So let me do that real quick. I'll pause this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I added a bunch more radiators. Temperature is dropping slowly, so I am gaining ground. This temperature has stabilized. It's actually going down, probably matching how much it's going down over here. So I'm maxed out here. I think that's as high as I can go, 100 liters, yep. Maybe I'm at 200. Oof. I don't want to increase that too much. Let's see what happens if I drag this back up to 3. Imagine the temperature going to start going up again. Yeah. And I'm in the red. And I'm making 7, generator just kicked on, didn't it? Yeah. Yep. So I have to wait until the generator's done. Temperature's climbing. I don't know if there's a point where it's going to stop. This is stable. Oh, up a little bit. I can always add more. $51.4, $51.5. This is done. Should be. Nope, not yet. There we go. 734 watts. So I'm probably gaining now. The problem is I'm slowly losing temperature. Now if I could keep this running, I can actually up this. But if it quits, then I'm going to have a problem. See, there you go. Is it going to stay below 200? Oh boy. Maybe I should lower this a little bit. So I get the good glass on there so I don't blow something out. I could always just seal this in too with steel frame. Again, that helped, but the temperature is still climbing. Pressure's going down, so I can go up a few points here yet. Let's try 260. There we go. Stable temperature. Stable pressure. Looks like it's stable. Oh, going up slowly. So again, I'm going to have to put more radiators on. I'm in the red. I don't know how I can get much more efficiency out of it, but it should be making more than 734 watts. Unless this graph is totally out to lunch. Well, time to go to 4. See what kind of damage I can do here. 978 watts. Going down slowly, the battery. Pressure's probably climbing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to keep playing with this. I think I'll go back down to 3 for now. It is working. I think I am gaining voltage now. I'll have to total all this up. That should have stabilized the temperature. It did. So I can put out a steady 734 watts. Looks like I'm using 1 point. Oh no, that's required for the battery. Does this tell me how much I'm... So I'm using 3,000, almost 4,000 kilowatts. So this is generating about less than 1/4, about 20% of my power. So that means I would need more than 3 more and to increase the efficiency, which I can do because I need more radiators anyway. I don't mind. Radiators are relatively cheap. I can go out this way and make a whole separate run. But you see, it's proof of concept. I think I can do this and keep increasing the efficiency. I have to check my glass because if I shut this down at that pressure, I'm probably going to explode something. Because I'm currently in here at 176. I hate to do this on it, but now I'm curious. I'm sure, oops, that's my recording program. Can I bring this up? Yeah. Let's see, stage glass wiki. See if that usually has the pressure on it. Used in solar panel. That's not very helpful. Here we go. That wasn't very helpful. Glass sheet. Yeah, it keeps bringing me back to that. So that doesn't have the pressure on it either. Anyway, well, I don't want to waste your time, but I'll have to look that up and make sure I don't blow this up. But again, like I said, once I get it running, I could always enclose it in steel and not have to worry about it too much, and I could increase the pressures and do a whole bunch of things with that. Okay, so that'll be it for today. A little base update. Trying to clean up my pipes a little bit so I know what's going where. I wanted to run this one under. It didn't quite work like I was planning, but that's not a big deal. I'm going to move my furnace over there so I can get through here. I have to pick up my ores because I'm got a mess. I should run that in through a chute into the building. It's a lot of chutes though. And I could stack these here, but I would need a stacker for every type of ore. Either that or some kind of loop until they got to 500, but I could probably work something out there. I do have it stacking it to 50, but no higher than that. Okay, this is Navy Old Salt Gamer. Let me know what you think. I know there's probably a more efficient way to do this, but I'm in experimental mode. But if you have any recommendations, make sure they're good ones. Some of the recommendations I get are, yeah, I know I could have done it that way. I didn't do it that way because it wouldn't work as well. Like a power vent. Yeah, I could put a power vent on here. And I could put 2 power vents on here, although they don't exhaust and input at the same speed. But my ultimate problem is keeping my 3 megapascals of oxygen cool, so I can keep the inside of this cool. So I'm limited on how much air right now I can send through until I put more of those radiators that, according to some people, don't work. But they are. Okay, so again, let me know what you think. If you like this video, found it informative, cooling a gas generator in a vacuum, and it is working. I got to increase the efficiency, but I'm saving coal. That's the bottom line. I am not solely reliant on my generator, my solid fuel generator, and I could duplicate this a few more times and increase the efficiency. I can make more oxygen I could probably put more oxygen in there for that matter. But I can make more oxygen, and with the ores on the gas ice on this plant, we're good to go. Alright, again, Navy Old Salt Gamer. Hope you enjoyed it. Learning. Hopefully you are too. You have a good day.